Hey y'all, so last week, Brooke Rollins, the Agriculture Secretary at the White House, said that Americans can eat cheaply and healthily on a $3 meal, which consists only of a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, a corn tortilla, and something else. So I decided to go over to my local grocery store and in search of this amazing $3 meal. So I found a pack of chicken thighs. I've never bought that before, but I guess I could bake them or something. And then I found some broccoli florets, and there's a coupon for them too. If I buy 2 of them, I get $1 off. As it happens, there is only 2 of these broccoli packets left in stock. I guess other people are doing this diet too. Here's some corn tortillas. And for my something else, I decided to get some champagne. I mean, the Agriculture Secretary didn't say I couldn't have some booze. So here is my haul that I got. I've got these broccoli florets over here. And of course, this is the corn tortillas. They're like street taquitos. That used to be my nickname when I was growing up. Not really. Here is some chicken. Very exciting. Look how yummy that looks. And of course, I got my champagne, my favorite part, the J. Roget. This is the same kind of champagne they give me for free at the Excalibur when I'm gambling in Vegas. It's a little different from the Dom Perignon over here. But yeah, so what the White House didn't say is that there's a way to get this for free. They didn't factor that into their study, now did they? But all this looks pretty good, and I'm getting hungry just looking at it. Now, before we dive into this fabulous meal, we first need to do a little math to appropriately divide our portion so that it does not exceed the maximum of $3. Let's start with the chicken, which was $6.68 over here. Now, there are 6 pieces in the pack, so that means that one piece would be $1.11. So this is just for our one meal. Okay, $1.11 for that. Now, let's talk about the broccoli. After the coupon, each bag of broccoli was $1.97. Now, I actually counted all of the broccolis, and there were 48 in the bag. So that means if it's $1.97 divided by 48, that comes out to 4 cents per broccoli. Sounds like a good deal to me. Okay, now as for the tortillas over here, they were $1.58, and the bag says 24 count. So just dividing $1.58 by 24, that means it is 7 cents per tortilla. Okay, I knew that algebra would come in handy one day. Not really. Okay, then as for the champagne, that was $9.12 over here. So $9.12, I knew the Excalibur was being cheap on me all this time. Anyway, like most of these bottles, it is 750 milliliters, and converted to ounces, that's 26 ounces. So that means $9.12 divided by 26 is 35 cents per ounce. Okay, and if I had 5 ounces of it at 35 cents each, that comes out to $1.75 for a glass of champagne. So that brings our total to $2.97. I think I'll throw in an extra drop of champagne and make it a clean 3. But yeah, so this is what our meal is going to be portioned out to look like, and it should be $3. So let's check it out. So getting started with this chicken, I assume I can just bake it. not really much of a cook if you've ever watched my cooking videos, but I'll give it a shot. So here's one of the 6 pieces, I guess, and looks kind of strange, but whatever. I guess usually they do like, you bake on 350, so we'll start there, and I'll wash my hands, and then we'll put it in after the pre-soak or whatever it's called. All right, so the preheating is done, 350 degrees. Let's put it in, and we'll check on it in about an hour, I think. All right, it's been about 24 minutes. I'm gonna check on the meat. Looks okay. I'd like to flip it. Let's see. Flipped it a little, and I'm gonna kind of cover this up, seal it a little bit to keep, the juices in or whatever. Okay, now we can put it back in. Another half an hour to go. All right, so we've got a few more minutes for the chicken. Now I'm going to prepare the broccoli, just one, and the tortilla. So let's put those on different burners here on the stove and see how that works out. Okay, so I put the tortilla on a very low flame here on this back burner. And for the broccoli, I guess I put it in a little bit of water. I guess I'm gonna steam it, and we'll see how those come out. All right, the broccoli and the tortilla are ready, so now let's check out the chicken. Looks like it's ready. All right, this chicken looks good, and I put it on my finest gold trimmed china, so can't wait to dig in. All right, so here it is, the infamous $3 meal that is encouraged by the White House, along with some champagne. Let's give it a try. Chicken is good. It's very chickeny. Oh, I almost dropped that tortilla. That would have been bad. That's all the nutrition I get. Okay, good catch. All right, here we go. Here's the broccoli, the steamed broccoli, sort of. That's healthy. I don't think I've had a vegetable in quite some time. And now the pièce de résistance. Now that is good. That's the best part. The one other thing. Thanks, Agriculture Secretary. Oh, I forgot to say thank you to you for this wonderful meal. Thank you, Agriculture Secretary. Let's try the tortilla. It's like a little loaf of bread, but in tortilla form. Cheers. Well, I gotta say, This is a delicious meal. Absolutely delicious. However, I will add this. I'm not really the one to ask about my opinion on this meal. I'll say that because I'm sort of used to small meals. If you watch my channel, you know I often do things like intermittent fasting, or I was on that cruise ship and I counted calories and lost like 10 pounds. So I'm okay with this. I'm also sort of used to like endurance and challenges and things like that. But also, I'm kind of a short guy. I'm small, short king, I think is the term. But it doesn't take much to feed me. If you're anyone else, pretty much, you'd probably need more nourishment than what this can provide. I don't know. I don't see that this can work for everyone. I mean, I just can't see how this can work for average people. And also, if you watch my channel, you know I hate spending money on food. So, like I did that $50 for a week challenge with Dollar Tree. So this is the kind of stuff that I love. Spending very little, eating very little, that sort of thing. But I don't feel that this would be good enough for, like I said, average people who aren't ridiculous the way I am. The best part is the champagne, definitely. So I'd be a liar if I said I didn't like this, because I do. I love it. And I do think it's delicious. And I'm very pleased with how little it costs. It costs exactly $3. But like I said, this is not for everybody. This is going to make some people very upset if they try to eat just this. But anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some insight into the new allocation that the White House thinks is appropriate for the average American. I'm not really sure it is, but I had a lot of fun eating it. And anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do lots of videos about money and food and my lack of either of those. But yeah, I hope you've found this somewhat amusing. Anyway, in other news, also from the White House, it looks like they are making a $300 million ballroom. Wait, what?